Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to do the rear rotors and pads on a C6 Corvette. Mine's a 2005 with a Z51 package. So I'm going to be putting stop techs on. So I did the whole stop tech, power stop. I did power stop, brake pads and rotors all the way around. Okay, so as you can see, the rotors are labeled front, rear, left, right. Here's pretty much what you're going to need. You're going to need a screwdriver, wire brush, anti-seize, blue Loctite, a caliper wrench. You're going to need a 21 mil socket, an 18 mil wrench, and a 15 mil socket, needle nose pliers, and brake pads and rotors. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the bolts back here. Obviously you got your tire off, so forth and so on. First thing you're going to do is remove the bolts back here. This you're going to use your 15 millimeter socket for, which I've already undone. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is these are the 15 millimeter bolts you're going to remove. Okay, so I'm showing you this obviously because it's hard to see in the video because they're on the back side. And then the next ones are going to be these larger ones here. Okay, so there are 21 mils that you're going to remove. That's 21 mil socket, that's the 15, and then again on the bottom, and the same down here. Okay, so you're going to remove those. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the 15 and 20 mil. And then here's where you're going to put the 18 mil wrench. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the bolt back here, and you're going to use your 18 on here to hold it, and you're going to loosen that one off, which I've already loosened off, and you're going to loosen off the bottom one doing the same. So you just put the wrench on, use the 15 mil, take it off. Then you're going to undo the bolts by hand for the remainder of it. Make sure you don't drop your caliper. But your caliper should be squeezed on there, so it shouldn't be a problem. Then you're going to take your caliper. It'll be a little harder to get off because I've already pre-done this. So you just give it a little pull side to side. And then you're going to put it up here so it doesn't fall. Right? It's kind of rests nicely up there. Make sure you don't lose your bolts. So I have a little spot. I keep everything. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your 21 mil socket. Then you're going to undo the larger bolts on the bottom or on the sides that are holding the bracket. So then you're going to undo those, top and bottom one. Okay. If you wanted to, you could take your brake pads off at this time, but you can leave them on too, same thing, and then they come off. There's an inside one and an outside one, which on the front is a little different as a wear pad. On the back ones, these ones don't have a wear strip, which indicates when they're worn down it'll make a squealing sound. So these don't have it. Okay, so you're going to place that down on the ground. Then you're going to want to get this off. To get this little clip off, usually there's two. For some reason there's one. Again, I bought my car used. I use the screwdriver. I get it out. Pair of needle nose pliers. Kind of help twist it. Once I get it a little ways away, then I just unscrew it. I just screw it off. There may be a bit different way to do it, a better way. This is the way I know how to do it. Put that down. Then you're going to shake this, because you got your drum inside there. And that'll come off. Okay, and you can see these are worn a little bit. There's a nice little lip on the side of it. I'd say it's probably down about maybe 20%, maybe. So it's enough that they should be replaced. So we're going to put those back. You're going to clean all this up with a wire brush, make sure everything's done. If you want, you could put some anti-seize here. I usually put it just around here. Then you're going to take your rotor. You're going to place your rotor on. At this time, if you wanted to, you could replace your parking brake pads. Okay, but I did these just a little while ago, so I don't need to do it. I do different things at different times, and I've done a couple different brakes, so right now I don't need to do these. So then you're going to put this on. It'll fit on nice and tight. Then you're going to take your little clip. You're going to put your clip back on. Again, there should be two. I must have lost one or something. Then you're going to take the pads off, right? And again, like I said before, you can always see where the caliper side is squeezing versus the other side. If there are wear strips, so if you happen to take them off and forget which one's which, you can see the mark from the caliper always. Then you're going to take the clips off, right? Depending on what car you're doing too, like some of these are different. You might have a top and bottom. On this one you don't. They're exactly the same. If you have clips, if your kit comes with clips, you'll replace these. If not, you're going to wire brush them. So you're going to take the wire brush, you're going to clean it all up. Clean the insides here. And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to take the clips off. So then again, just like the fronts, I'm replacing the little rubber seal. So you're going to pull it out, take the bolt out, take your new seals, put them in, take some grease for it, put a little bit on. It's a little much, but that's a little too much. So you're going to work your seal on, make sure that it gets all on it, gets inside it. Make sure it seats. Okay. So that one's seated. Do the rear ones. The rear one. Do the next one. Put a little grease on it. Pretty much at the end of this one. Just got enough. Okay, then you're going to work it around. Seat it. Make sure it's seated. Okay. Then you're going to put this back on. So you're going to get your bolts. I give them a wire brush. Make sure I get off the old Loctite. Then you're going to take some new Loctite. Put a dab on it. That's a little more than a dab. Take the bracket back. Put the bolt in. Same with the next one. Take the bolt, put a little Loctite on it. Put it in. Usually I put the clips on. By now, this time I missed it, so I'm just going to place them on now. So the clips you can just put on, they push in. Same with the top one. So it just goes in, just pushes in. They do exactly that, they clip in. Okay? And you take your 15mm wrench, or sorry, 21 mil. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to torque them down. If you need the torque spec on it, you'll have to look online. So then you torque them down. So, as I was saying, I was saying these didn't have a wear strip on them. I'm totally wrong. I don't know why I said that. I know they did. They do have a wear strip, as you can see. This one's on the caliper side. Right? I don't know why I said they didn't have a wear bar. They do. Okay, so this goes on the caliper side. Make sure you have... I've seen some crazy things where people somehow put their brakes on backwards. I have no idea. Or they'll put them on upside down like that. Anything. Just make sure they're going the right way. Same way you took them off. Just pay attention. If you're not sure, you can always take a picture or you can follow this video. These ones fit nicely. They just drop in. Almost drop those. And see, they just fit in. They're easy to get out. Right? And the rear ones are really small. It looks like it's a big brake pad, but they're only a little pad. Okay, then you use your brake tool. You'll clamp down the cylinder, tighten it down, which I've already done this. You're going to put that back on, right? You're going to take your bolts, dab Loctite. You're just getting them started. Okay, so then you got that one in. You're going to take your wrench and your ratchet. Just going to tighten them up, just snug until you get the bottom one done the same. And then I get my wife coming in, asking me who I'm talking to. I'm making a video, so that's my wife there. So and then you do the bottom ones. And then you're going to torque them down. I just do them hand because I know what they're supposed to be at. I know kind of the feeling, so just kind of torque them down to what they should say they should be online. And a thing that you can never do wrong is you can always go and double check everything. Make sure that you did tighten everything. Like, make sure it's all tight, make sure everything's snugged up. And there you go. New brake pads and new rotors on the rear end of your C6 Corvette. It's that simple, that quick. Hope this helps you out, and enjoy your car as much as I do. Take care.